Greetings, blade lovers. This old sword back with something brandy new. In case you're tiring of any of the other offerings lately that might not be up your alley and you're looking for something new and exciting and different, this may very well be it. It could be your cup of tea or it may not, but we know it's from Midnight Cat Studio, aka Maxace, so I think you know it's going to be different. And although they make a lot of bally songs, I do not yet have any of their bally songs. That might be a feature opportunity. We'll see. But here we go. The unveiling. This is the Midnight Cat Maxace Heron. And look at that beautiful handle. That is a copper granulate infused. I'm not sure that's the proper name. So if you find out something different, that's fine. But if you find out something about this knife and you want to look it up, that's cool. Hopefully I'm going to give you as many details as I am aware of and as I can ascertain by holding it in my hand and examining it for the past day. So the Maxace Heron, carbon fiber with copper flecks. Not sure if the lighting is doing it justice. Hopefully it will. Titanium bead blast handle. So very gray and muted. Interesting milling work in the handle, giving you a brushed finish in some places where it's slightly raised. Nice detail here. And you're going to notice that yes, it has a wave-like feature. We can't call it a wave because that belongs to Emerson. And this is interesting too. We may as well open it. It has a axis-like lock with omega springs. Closes quite easily. I'm just pulling back on both of those axis lock thumb studs or whatever you want to call them there. I'm not sure of the proper name for this. Guess I'm lacking a lot of terminology for this knife. And you're going to notice something very interesting. A top clip. And I freaked out when I first saw it too and said, oh man, how's this going to go? So I put it in my pocket, and if I can break this video very quickly a little bit later, I will show you that it actually does pretty well in the pocket. However, there was an online seller who said if you take these two torque screws out, put the screws back in to cover the holes, take out one or the other of these disassembly screws, you can attach that clip. I tried it, it worked, except it is possible to get a little side-to-side play with the clip because it's riding on the surface and there's only one screw. So it's a workable solution if you don't like the top clip idea, but here's an advantage to the top clip. You're left-handed, it works. You're right-handed, it works. And I found the knife to lie flat against my leg with that top clip in, and I'm going to demonstrate how that works a little bit later. What you get with this Maxace Heron, and we're going to measure it up in a bit too, is an S90V blade, which is an excellent steel, which you'd call in the realm of the super steels. And in the pouch, you get two irregular thumb studs that replace the ones that I put in place. So here's what you get installed, and you notice these don't have the wave feature, right? You don't have that little tab that angles up there. You only have the lower portion, and there is a deeply machined out slot in the blade that holds those in place with one screw that goes through and another screw that attaches. So you've got a tubular screw that goes through one side of the blade and screws in on the other. You also get two spare springs, which I find is kind of neat. So rather than try to put that back in the bag under the camera, I will show you this. I took this completely off to replace the standard thumb stud, and we'll call it a thumb stud for lack of a better name. So you can catch it right there in order to open it, or I just simply catch it on the thumb stud, flick it open, or easily roll it out. And it's on double rows of bearings, ceramic bearings. It is extremely smooth. Also, this is what's locking it up, is that very same tab that's screwed in place. When I removed it, this blade went not completely, but went way up out of the way. So the proof was there that this is the stop right in there for the blade. Without that in place, the blade will not lock up. And how does it lock up? Very, very tight, like a drum. Look at the interesting detail on the handle, and even on the clip. It has a slot which allows you to see straight through when it's mounted on the back. Truthfully, I don't think that Midnight Cat Studios Maxace intended the clip to be anywhere else, but this one manufacturer felt it was a possible option, and certainly it is. What you get by mounting the clip on top, besides making it ambidextrous, is that you get to see both beautiful sides of this copper infused carbon fiber, which is really neat. And I believe there are other colors, I'm not sure. You get a beautiful satin finished S90V blade. And let's do some measurements. So, tip to tail, 9 inches to the handle, a skosh more if you include the lanyard hole, a blade that is just a skosh under 4 inches with a cutting edge of 3 7/8. So it's a long one. Let's get the caliper out and check out the handle thickness. 0.56, not bad at all. And let's get it right up here. 4 millimeters, we're going to call it. Bouncing around a little. And how about a weight? It is 4.610 ounces. Not light, but under 5 ounces. It's a good size knife. I don't believe there is any weight reduction, but we'll take a look. None on that side, none on that side. It's a very interesting kind of crowned blade tang, and some ability to rest your finger forward there. And you notice that that edge termination is somewhat in a forward direction, so it's not jabbing back into you. I'd be careful. Blade style, I'm going to call it kind of a drop point for sure, with an interesting swedge on top. You could call it a harpoon as well, because you've got that. You can rest your thumb there. You could probably rest your thumb a little more comfortably if you remove the wave opening feature and put the flat one on. You've got jimping built into the handle, and the wave feature gives you a nice platform if you hold it this way. There's your lanyard slot, very thin. Going to have to use something fairly fine through there. And yeah, it's not exactly a deep carry. But again, call this what you want, kind of an art knife. Different design. But let me go grab a pair of pants so I can show you what it's like in the pocket. All right, magic of editing. I'm back with my trusty, crusty old Carhartt jeans, comparable to, I guess, Levi, what have you. Let's take a look at how this thing fits into the pocket. So, down in the pocket, and actually goes the other way, and lies flat. So you've got a good amount sticking out. No one said this was going to be a deep carry discreet knife, but you can see that it's flat, and it tends to stay that way in my pocket. The clip actually points forward, and the fabric just folds. So unless you pull it that way, you know, you're not going to have the spine of the blade sticking into you. You don't know what just got me there. Might have the blade out a little bit. Maybe this is one of those guys that rides a little close to the surface. We'll see. And left pocket is going to work the same way. So in the pocket, and blade towards the back, and there you have it. First time I've done a pants demo, by the way, so if it's not perfect, bear with me. So there it is, fitting there. Now, move those aside. Let's take a look at something that I just noticed when I felt a little prick in my finger. Yeah, we've got a tip that's riding a little close there. So in all honesty, you could pick that up. I have reviewed other knives with the same issue. So nothing on Maxace for that, although getting that to ride a little lower in the handle would be nice. Otherwise, you'd be a little bit careful. Let's do a comparison to another bird named Maxace, the Kestrel, a front flipper, and a big guy The Goliath 2 by Maxace. Yes, it's going to be significantly larger than either of those. It's a big one. It is a big knife. Here you've got just a skosh under 4 inches. Here you've got a bit over 4 inches. Considerably, maybe 4 1/4. I forget what that measures out to. What does the Goliath measure out to? Can't leave the scene without saying so. Oh yeah, we're like 4 1/2 for the Goliath. No contest. And let's put the Heron. By the way, they're going to come out with a Heron K very soon. That is a budget version of this in K110. Not sure if the dimensions are going to be the same on the K version. So this Maxace Heron is longer for sure in blade and overall over the Rat 1. Another look around. It's an interesting looker for sure. Detail rich, as Maxace likes to offer. High quality materials, as they also offer quite frequently. Nice blade grind, flat grind from very near the top of the spine. And those interesting options of changing that out, possibly changing the clip out, and your extra springs. Well, I hope you enjoyed this probably somewhat longer than usual review, but we had a lot to look at. The Maxace Heron, Heron. Check it out at White Mountain Knives. That's where this guy came from. Thank you very much, Justin. This one's on loan for the time being. We'll see whether or not it's a keeper or not. But great to be able to review it for you. And hope you give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers are up there. And thanks very much again to everybody who participated in the giveaway, and to our winner of the giveaway, Mr. Dirk Warning. Take care, y'all. Be back.